What's good, yo? What's good? Speak Ya Clout Podcast. Your boy Mike Sis. And I'm here with my brother, by the way, is in Northern Ireland, Vod Crack, in the
Yeah,
building.
what's up, bro?
And this month of December is the start of Wu Month. And I announced that Wu Month, we're reviewing a classic Wu-Tang Clan album every week of December. I don't say every week, because it's like on like the 24th is like Christmas Eve, obviously. That falls on a Saturday. And then after that, is New Year's Day or something. I think
Yeah. The,
maybe.
the the timing's kind of awkward this year for sure.
Yeah. So I think we probably take that off. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So yeah, man. So yeah, you be getting 3 album reviews though, and it's 3 classic Who albums. So we're doing no fucking secret here. My personal favorite hip hop album of all time, Raekwon, guest starring Ghostface Killer, only book for Cuban Linx, released in 1995. August 1st, 1995 to be exact. Motherfucking purple tape. When Wu-Tang came out, man, they were everywhere. November of 93, Enter the 36 Chambers came out, and record labels like Def Jam was looking at Method Man and ODB as like the solo breakout stars, and they came out. Meth came out in 94 with Sakal. Dirty came out with the Chance of the 36 Chambers in 95. They were the first Wu-Tang members to come out. You know, Meth, the ladies love Meth, the hood niggas love Meth, and everyone loved ODB. He was such an eccentric character. Everyone loved him. And then the third MC to come out with his solo album was Raekwon The Chef, man. And I remember this shit like it was yesterday. My uncle was a big Wu head. He had the actual purple tape. I got the cassette as well when it came out. I got this and the Infamous on the same day. What a great day that was, man.
Wow.
Yeah. Infamous came out April 95, and I got it in August of 95 along with Cuban Linx, and played those tapes till they fucking had no writing on them, and that's a fact, bro. And yeah, it's my favorite album of all time. I used to be Ready to Die from Notorious B.I.G., but there's at least 2 songs in there that I skipped. Like Respect ain't a whack song, but it's kind of weak to me. And then Friend of Mine I fucking hate. So that kind of went down to number 2.
Yeah.
And the Purple Tape's number 1, bro. It's the perfect rap album. We'll get into that later, but that's how that came into my life. Do you remember how first time you heard Cuban Linx, Ross?
No, I don't really remember, to be honest, because it would have been like 2000, 2001-ish, that kind of era.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't remember exactly, because a lot of that Wu-Tang stuff, the early stuff I heard like around the same time. So obviously, when you're coming in slightly late, like, I would have had been exposed to, Liquid Swords, Decal, this album, Iron Man, like around the same kind of time period. But like, yeah, I mean, my older brother got me into Wu-Tang, and just, I know for a while that was pretty much all he listened to, you know what I mean? That
That's
became
dope.
like an obsession, you know what I mean? And I know it was the same for you, and like
Yeah,
same for millions of people around the world. Like he always said, like he always put it best by saying like Wu-Tang is like a genre unto itself,
Yeah.
You start off with like the group albums, right? And then obviously you got the solo albums, and then you got all the affiliates, and then it's like this big rabbit hole that you can kind of fall into. It's amazing. And I mean, all of that early Wu-Tang stuff from 93 to like, I don't know, 97, 98, it's just like perfect, and Only Built for Cuban Linx, like you said, is pretty much the perfect hip-hop album. Like, I mean, there's nothing like this album. I listened to it twice this week, and it's about 73 minutes long. And a lot of albums can't carry 73 minutes. Like, that's a long time, but it's so effortless for this album. It just flies by the time. It's amazing.
It is, bro. It's long, but it's fantastic. There's one gripe with this record. One, and I'll get to that later. One.
Yeah, like for
But
me, it was like I can probably like nitpick, but it's just a nitpick. You know what I mean? It's just
yeah,
me complaining for the sake of complaining.
likewise, bro. Like this album started a lot. I'm gonna get in my bag real quick. This album started a lot of shit. Nigga, yo, before they rap, they started that shit. All that slang shit you hear on this record, they
Yeah,
started that shit. Shout out to Mobility One. He goes, Raekwon was great with geography. And he was like Ray started and also what Ray started. I mentioned this before. describing the drug dealer. Like that's
Mhm.
Nas and Biggie bit that shit all over. It was written in Love of the Death. They did. I'll get into that later. But yeah, like Capadonna said, the whole New York's gonna sound like Ray on Wu-Tang Forever, and it's true. These niggas were trendsetters, bro. Okay, and every nigga in Maple Gardens Project in Fall River, Massachusetts, that bumped this album was getting money, bro. Okay,
Yes.
niggas had the Pathfinders back then, bro. They had the Jeeps, all that shit. They were bumping that shit, bro. Everybody was bumping Cuban Linx, my nigga. Everyone, bro. Yeah, classic album. I'm so glad we're doing this the right way because we did this before, but it has a bitch ass nigga on it. But we're
And I
doing it
wasn't
big.
on it, so.
Yeah, you wasn't on it either, bro. So we were doing it better, bro. We're killing this shit. So Raekwon only built for Cuban Linx. Let's go. August 1st, 1995 is the release date. We get Striving for Perfection. We get the score from The Killer in the background. Raekwon was obsessed with that movie. Listen to the skit on fucking 36 Chambers. You'll see. Ghostface is telling Raekwon that he got a new connect so they can hustle for a better life, but at the same token, they don't want to sling drugs forever. They ultimately want to just be successful. I love the fucking intro to this, but the killer score in the background of Rain Ghost just talking, fantastic. What a way to start the album, man. That's my thoughts on the intro, Striving for Perfection.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's a great way to kick off the album. Really kind of sets the kind of tone for the album as well. It's like it's dark, like there's an eeriness to this intro, like you said, uses the score from The Killer, just really kind of sets the tone. It's like there's an eeriness and it kind of sets tension. It's like, what's going to happen, what's going to come up next. And like you said, I like the fact that obviously they've got a plan, but they know that it's a risky plan as well. It's like it's not going to be easy, this plan. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, we're striving for perfection, but like there's that, it's risky what they're doing, and I like that. You know what I mean? Just like goes perfectly with that kind of tense kind of music in the background for sure. And yeah, I mean, this album has a few skits throughout it, and I really like them all pretty much. You know what I mean?
You like
It really. This is at that time period where a lot of albums were trying to be cinematic, and this is definitely like one of the best examples of that in my opinion. Really kind of feels like a journey, this album, from track one all the way to the end. So yeah, definitely a great way to kick off the album for sure.
Hell yeah, great put, brother, great put. It's like a movie. This album's like a
It
fucking
is.
feature film, my nigga. Then we get Knuckleheads featuring Ghostface Killer and You God. Oh my god, like this beat is crazy. Incredible bass line by RZA. The drums are out of this world, man. And Raekwon sets it off crazy, immaculate, yo. Speaking of immaculate, my favorite line is immaculate, bust off my gun so accurate.
Oh
That's
yeah.
amazing. And then Ghostface lays it down a dope ass verse. So much energy on the mic. He's talking about running up and robbing niggas. You got ended off lovely as well. Like it's so fucking fire. I like when Ray says, let's burn the place before we motivate. This fly shit, bro. And that beginning that one for me, 2 feet. Smack fire out this nigga, man. And the nigga started rhyming. Yo. And the bass on this shit is nuts, bro.
Yeah, it is.
You got a decent system in your shit. It'll knock. So yeah, Knuckleheads, man. Fucking flames.
Yeah, definitely. I would definitely describe the beat for this kind of like booming. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, like you said, the bass just kind of does its thing in the background. I love that piano loop too. You know what I mean? Very dope. Obviously, RZA, one of the best producers of all time. For this album, like I think some of the dopest stuff he ever did is on this album for sure. Yeah, fantastic production, and yeah, Raekwon, he sets it off lovely. He opens the line, opens with the lines, lay on the crime scene, sipping fine wines, pulling nines on UFOs, taking fly clothes with the eyes closed, like that's so dope, so fly, and you know what I mean? Yeah, and like dope rhyme schemes from Raekwon right there off the jump, and just love the kind of gulliness to the song. You know what I mean? Like it's called Knuckleheads. You know what I mean? Perfect title for that.
Yes.
And Ghostface, he comes in, of course. Like you said at the start, this album says on the front, featuring Ghostface, it's very much to me at times. I kind of view this album as like both Ray and Ghost's album. You know what I mean? I know it's like
Yeah.
officially a Wu-Tang solo, but like, I mean, it's they're pretty much on throughout the entire album, and I love their chemistry. Absolutely amazing. Yeah,
Oh, it's
Ghostface Killer.
incredible.
His his verse is mad grimy, don't fake, rape his mate. If the bitch scream, for God's sake, grab the grey tip, That's
Oh,
raw as hell. And then, yeah, you got with his sort of lone appearance on the album, as far as I remember. Like, yeah, he has a pretty dope verse too. Not like amazing, like you got, like we say, he's maybe not like one of the top like Wu members, but I still like him. His voice is dope, you know what I mean? Like, even if he's not like as lyrical as a lot of the other guys in the group, he still sounds dope. Especially, when you got those RZA beats behind him, you got definitely. He's cool for sure. Yeah,
yeah.
great way to kick off the album, banging beat, and yeah, just gully rhymes from all three of them on here.
Yeah, Knuckleheads is crazy, bro. Classic track right there. And then we get to one of my ultimate favorite songs. I fucking love this song, Knowledge God. You hear Ghost and Ray sniffing blow in the beginning of the track, and they really are sniffing coke. Straight the fuck up. If you got the Double XL magazine that breaks down the whole album, in
Yeah.
2005 it came out, right? And Ghost said, yeah, we were sniffing blow on that shit. Straight the fuck up, man. This beat is crazy. This is some of RZA's best production, like Ross said earlier. Like, it's that dust PCP smoking RZA when you're smoking the blunts, dipping them in PCP and shit. Like, amazing, bro. Like Ray said, Keys 20 for a brick. Colombians are some bullshit. That's why Poppy got hit. Just the way Ray says shit is crazy on this album. The slang displayed on this album was next level and trend setting, like I said earlier. I love this line. Hit us to owning they Mike Lavona, Italiano slanted eye banging a fat Milano, selling coke right out the bottle. I fucking love that shit. The description of the drug dealers that Ray painted is something Nas and Big did moving forward. Like, Ray started a lot of shit, bro. Straight the fuck up. Like, Purple Tape is the fucking, like, the grandfather to all the shit we got now in the underground, bro. That's a fact. Amazing shit. Knowledge God is so fucking, the chorus, everything. One of my ultimate favorite songs on the album, man. That's my thoughts on Knowledge God, my nigga. Crack.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Like, the beat alone is amazing from RZA. That piano, like it's so good,
Yes.
And yeah, I mean, the song is fantastic. Yeah, Raekwon, given like a solo track on here just to do, do his thing on here. And like what you were saying, obviously with Raekwon, I agree. Like, pretty much like a lot of the underground stuff out today, needs to pay homage to Raekwon for sure. And
Yes.
another thing too is like with this album, it goes to show that like it's like a different flavor of Wu. Does that make sense? Like, this is like a more like gangster version of Wu, if that makes any sense. You know what I mean? Like, it's different from like the Cal. It's different from like the other, it's Liquid Swords and Return to the 36. Like, it's like a different lane that Raekwon's on. And yeah, I mean, Knowledge God is a perfect example of that. I love the kind of haunting strings in the background of this song too, during the choruses. And yeah, I mean, just the lyrics on here are just rugged, raw. By the way, I seen your bitch, she's up in this cat's room, skied up, weave the fuck up to top it off, look beat up with two crack fiends hugging your seat up. I took care of that though, but don't worry about it, I got your back though, and stuff. He has the lyrics, but I love his delivery too, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Raekwon is like, he's not as flashy as some of the other guys, you know what I mean? But I love that about him. He's like, comes across as like the realest one. If that makes sense, I don't know. Like,
No, I got you.
yeah, you know what I mean? Like, because obviously, like, Method Man, he has a very distinct voice. ODB, he's all over the place. RZA's got his own style, but like Raekwon's just like straight up. You know what I mean? It's just like, it is what it is. And yeah, Knowledge God is phenomenal. What else can I say? Bro. It's really, really good. Yeah, for sure.
Like, Ray's flow is effortless as well. You know what I'm saying?
It is,
like,
and it goes to show that he can do songs without Ghost for sure.
Yeah, like if Kool G Rap personified mafioso, started it, they personified it. The mafioso era, Ray and Ghost for sure, bro. And it's the first one in that era that other than like Do or Die, it was Rant and Reasonable Doubt, on, but they started that shit. And a lot of niggas copied, like I said. Next, ultimate favorite of mine, Criminology featuring Ghostface Killer. I love how it starts off with the classic Tony Montana and Sosa argument from Scarface with a fucking little monkey, all that shit.
Yeah.
Love it. And Ghostface just body shit on here. Extravagant was a big the track and it's militant. Then I react like a convict and start killing shit. Oh, I love that. So dope how he came on the track, man. Mad energy Ghostface had. And Raekwon compliments Ghost's energy when his verse starts. Speaking that slang I always loved, that Tommy Hill ice rocking niggas. I love that slang, bro. One of my favorite RZA beats ever as well. Like Criminology's dope. It was a single too. Shit is nuts. Like the back and forth between Rain Ghost on here just crazy. The beat is nuts. Everything is amazing. Immaculate song, bro. Criminology is perfection, my nigga. Love that shit.
Absolutely. Masterpiece of a song. When it starts, the very beginning, obviously with the Scarface samples, I told you a long time ago. I get excited when it starts.
Like what?
With the sample as well, that dun, 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 dun. Oh, it's amazing.
What, they gave you a fucking bellboy?
Yeah, like that gets you hyped. I love that. It's such a brilliant way to kick off the song, and obviously the beat switches up. When it goes into the verses, it has that kind of hypnotizing kind of quality to it. That ding 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 ding. It's so dope, very catchy, but at the same time like dark, mysterious, just dope as hell. And Ghostface, he opens it up. I love the lines that he says after the ones you quoted, where he says, it's manifested that gods work like appliances. Dealing in my cipher, I revolve around sciences. That's dope. Yeah, love just like their energy on this track. You know what I mean? Just amazing stuff. And then Raekwon, AK's Black Bus Back 70 Max, like amazing. Low words, Tommy Hill flash shit, what a not, the witty, unpredictable live shit, drive by shit, do or die shit.
Oh yeah, Gray was going to fuck off.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, love it. I mean, it's pretty much perfect. The only thing it's not even a nitpick. It's just like a personal fan thing. I would, the way obviously you got Ghostface with the first verse, Ray with the second.
Yeah.
The way after that the song just plays the beat, like the verse just on its own. Dun, dun, dun. It sort of makes me think, oh man, imagine if they had a third verse with just them going back and forth bar for bar.
Oh man,
that would have been amazing. But yeah, obviously the song is perfect as it is.
And Jada and style shit.
Yeah, definitely. But I mean, amazing song, amazing single. Probably one of my favorite songs in the album for sure. It's absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, bro. Criminology is so fucking good, bro. A classic track. Then we get my favorite song on the album and my favorite Raekwon song of all time, Incarcerated Scarfaces. You get that classic skit from the killer in the beginning. Talking about how we don't trust it, not supposed to trust people in our profession anyway. Classic, bro. So fucking good. Ray owns this track. My favorite song on the album, like I said it before. I like what he said. But hold up, my reputation like throw up, my mob roll up, ripped to death, whips rolled up. Fucking crazy. Like when Ray says, word up, cousin, niggas seen it like a 27-inch Zenith. Believe it. Words can't express how much I love this song, bro. The chorus, everything. This is like a drug dealer's fucking manuscript. Memoirs of a dope dealer, my nigga. Like, this is that shit. Incarcerated Scarfaces is just superb. The video's fire. Incredible. This is the B-side on Ice Cream. Because I got the 12-inch of Ice Cream.
That's right.
Immaculate. It's so fucking... I can't get enough of Incarcerated Scarfaces, bro. The beat, everything. Me and the RZA connect, Flawless. Scarfaces, 5 mic song, bro.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. It's a great song. Love the kind of eeriness to this track. You know what I mean? It's like, a lot of the beats up to this point from RZA have been pretty in your face. You know what I mean? Like head nodders, but this one is more kind of subtle. You know what I mean? It's kind of dark, kind of lingers in the background. It sort of just sets the stage perfectly for Raekwon to do his thing. And yeah, I mean, it's phenomenal song. My favorite part, it's not like a crazy like clever line or anything, but I just love when he says, I move rhymes like retail, make sure shit sell. Like,
Michelle,
I love that. It just sounds so dope the way he
smooth.
says it. Yeah, very smooth. And yeah, I mean, just his kind of like his the way he's able to paint pictures, obviously with his words on this track, really, really dope. Kind of, some of the best music, in my opinion, like teleports you to, where, that's taking place. And, like you said, like we said, earlier on, like, it's cinematic, you know what I mean? It's just like you can picture it. It's like a movie, he's basically describing, and, he sets the scene perfectly, it's phenomenal.
Oh, it was
What else can I
fantastic.
say? It's one of those ones. It's like hard to do it justice, and yeah, like you said, the chorus as well. No, yo, what's up, yo? Time is running now. It's for
It's for
for real
real,
though.
though.
Let's
Let's
connect,
connect
politic,
politic,
ditto.
ditto,
We could trade places, get
get
lifted in the
lifted in the
staircases. Word
staircases,
up, peace to
incarcerated.
incarcerated scar faces. Yeah, it's
Oh,
just great song, like I said, just the overall kind of vibe of it. It's just so like eerie, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know, RZA was just a genius, honestly.
and he was saying shit. Ray was saying shit that I seen at the time. Like, you go up the staircase, niggas is passing blunts, bro. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah.
Like, no, this album means so much to me. I can't even fathom. You know what I'm
Yeah, I
saying? Like,
mean, he's talking about the jokes, he's talking about, the shootouts, talking
yeah,
about, the women and stuff. It's just like, he just paints the perfect image of what was going on at that time period for sure.
insanely good, bro. That's so fucking good. Next, man, we get Rainy Days featuring Ghostface Killer and Blue Raspberry. Absolutely love this beat. Ghostface spitting that fly shit on here, you know. While Ray's talking about life's ills and trying to make it out the hood. Blue Raspberry and her did her thing vocally on here. Not much to say about it, but it's definitely a dope track. It's raining and all that shit. Oh man, beautiful shit.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, the title of the track is perfect. You know what I mean? Just has that vibe. You know what I mean? Perfect song to listen to at nighttime when it's raining. Love the kind of like haunting. I think it's like violin or like some sort of string instrument in the background, and like obviously you got like sound effects of like the thunderstorm and stuff like that starting to, really dope stuff. Yeah, Blue Raspberry did a great job, singing on this track. And yeah, it's just really good kind of Ghost and Raekwon again just doing a great job of sort of illustrating the story. And
Yeah,
but yeah, for me, like my favorite part of the song is the overall kind of vibe for it, you know what I mean? Just yeah, teleports you to another place. It's amazing for sure.
yeah, yeah. I like the vocals on that. She killed that Blue Raspberry.
Yeah, she did. It really kind of stands out. Like it's a memorable track from the album for that reason, for sure. Something a bit
Yeah.
different.
Next, fucking hell. One of my favorite songs of the album as well.
Hmm.
Guillotine Sword featuring Ghostface Killer, Inspector Deck, and Jizza. Inspector Deck, he just annihilates this shit. Just superb MCing. My throat's a razor sharp. I slice the mic from the cord. Love that. Then the line that killed that when it ends it. Attack like a wolf pack once I pull back to guard you and bust through like a fullback. Like, my God, so vicious. Some of the greatest MCing ever displayed in hip hop history is on Guillotine Sword, you know? Then Ghostface comes through, blazing shit. This makes no sense. I don't know what this means, but it sounds fly as fuck when he says, "Yo, you 14 karat gold slump computer wizard tapping inside my rapper that causes blizzards." Fucking fire. Like, your interpreter pens and gear like Shakespeare. When I grab here. Collect drawers like souvenirs, nigga. Get the fuck out of here, bro. This nigga Ghost, bro. Yo, that shit is so flames, bro. When I pull here, collect drawers like as souvenirs. That just straight kills it on here. Like, Ray flows over the track effortlessly. Jizza slays it at the end greatly. A bomb facts, my sword is an axe, split backs, visible like dope fiend tracks. Come on.
Yeah,
Incredible.
that's violent for Jizza. I don't think of him as like being like a kind of like a violent member of the clan, but he killed that at the end. Yeah,
Incredible, super lyrical track, bro. You know.
yeah, for sure. And
Ugh.
yeah, for me, it's one of my favorite songs in the album too. I love that they teased this beat on Cal. I
Oh
love
yeah,
that.
thank you for mentioning that, brother. Yeah.
Yeah. Because you might have, obviously people back in the day, when they bought the Cal, they were like, listen to it, and then this beat comes on, doom, doom, doom,
Mm,
doom,
mm,
doom,
mm.
but then it changes into like Meth versus Chef, I think, and you're like,
Meth for a
whoa.
chef. Yeah, it does.
And you're thinking, God, what happened to that beat? It was so fire, but they were teasing, it was going to be on Raekwon's album, and like, yeah, I love that. You know what I mean? I just love that they kind of teased the song like that in the Cal, and then finally we got the full thing here. And yeah, Inspector Deck's verse is just incredible. Poisonous paragraph, smash your phonograph in half. It'd be Inspector Deck on the warpath. Oh, amazing. He bodied that absolutely. But yeah, I mean, Ghostface, he definitely he killed it as well. Gorillas injected with the strength of 80 midgets. You know what I mean?
Fucking crazy,
Like
man.
he said, like, I don't know 100% of what he's talking about all the times, but it's always fire. You know what I mean? It just sounds dope as hell. He's got a reference to Natural Born Killers, that movie on there. That's pretty dope, and he says record breaking, like the album Thriller. That's like the best selling album of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope. And yeah, like you said, Raekwon, he did his thing on here too.
Maybe.
Projects filled with young men cause threats. Who has that $1,000 chains and techs? That's that's dope. Just fly gully gangster shit right there. And then yeah, like I said, Jizza at the end, like he came hard. You know what I mean? I don't,
Yeah.
Jizza, obviously he's the genius. I kind of think of him as like being like one of the more kind of spiritual, like just kind of like thoughtful members of the crew. But yeah, he definitely killed that at the end there for sure. Verbally, I catch bodies with cordless shotties, intriguing MCs. I keep them trained like potties. Like he murdered
Oh yeah, just went in
that.
on that one, bro.
He did. And yeah, absolutely all of them though did their thing, and that beat is amazing from RZA. It's like one of my favorite RZA beats for sure.
Lyrical fucking lesson right there. That's like your MC, nigga. Oh,
Yeah, and
Ghost too. Fucking hell, Ghost.
he snapped on that for sure.
Oh
What was that? You say collect drawers like as souvenirs? Like, come on.
yeah. It's like when I grab here, collect drawers like souvenirs. Nigga, that shit's crazy, bro.
Yeah, his delivery is just so like aggressive and unhinged. I love it. His
Yeah.
voice. What I love about his voice too is like he can cut through any beat with that voice. He'll never
Yes.
get lost in like any kind of production. It's like you can always hear what Ghost is saying.
He says some fly shit like, Starsky with the gum sole on Supreme Blind Clientele. He means like Starsky, like he got the Wally's got the gum soles, I guess, but like 14 karat gold slump computer wizard. I don't know what the fuck that even means, bro. I don't know if that's some like mathematics with some like 5% shit or what, but that's fucking flames, bro. And,
Absolutely.
yeah. And then next we get Can It Be Also Simple remix featuring Ghostface Killer. Man. Ray tells Ghost that some nigga was slanging on his block. They confront him, and Ghost gets hit during the shootout. Then Ghost gives Ray some work to hide, or he gives him a gun to hide, whichever. An absolute incredible remix to an incredible song. Like Ghost paints an immaculate picture of street life on here. Emergency trauma black. Teen headed for surgery. Can it be an out of state nigga tried to murder me? I love when Ghost says that, bro. Then Raekwon continues that same energy that he had on the original classic. You know what I'm saying? No time for weed mixed with coke. I wash my mouth out with soap. I love this fucking song. And the skit in the beginning is perfect, bro. I love it.
Yeah.
Cinematic. You know what I'm saying?
For
Yeah, so
sure.
Can It Be Also Simple remix is a win for me. Love it.
Yeah, I mean it's great. Yeah, the skit at the start, like Wu-Tang are really good with skits as far as like they always feel very real and very like believable, you know, because
Yeah,
some people do skits and you just don't buy it, you know, they're not good actors. But yeah, when Wu-Tang do it, that's great. The one, you know, before Tears on Enter the 36, like
yeah,
that one's crazy too, you know. Oh shit, oh god, you know what I
yeah.
mean? Just like
RZA,
it
like,
feels real.
woo, woo, woo.
Yeah, you know, it's they're really good at that stuff, and this reminds me of that, you know. And yeah, it kind of be all so simple. Yeah, classic song off the, you know, the debut Wu-Tang album, and you know this remix kind of like it's kind of like a part two. That's kind of how I view it, you know.
Yeah,
Um, Beat wise, it's very similar to the original. It's not like 100% the same, but it's pretty much close to it. But yeah, it's dope. You know, I really like you know, Ghostface. He did a great job. You know, kicking things off. You know, I smoked the black dust, kept my hands clutched. You know, I'm falling in lust, spoiled plus. I played my hand like a royal flush, just like again, like his delivery, how he says all that, it's just fire. You know,
so good.
he's one of those guys who's just like. You know, in his prime, he was so much fun to listen to. You know, it's just amazing. And then, you know, Raekwon, again, he does a great job too. You know, again, supporting that Tommy Hill, he loves referencing that. You know, with
That
caves. Yeah,
that
yeah,
Tommy Hill ice rocking niggas. I love that shit. That's fly when he says that.
yeah, yes, exactly. And yeah, it just kind of again, just kind of has that. You know, this song just feels so. I don't know, just authentic. You know what I mean? It's just like
Yeah,
when you hear both of these guys talking about, you know, what they're talking about, it just feels very real. And again, you got that skit at the beginning. It's just like, you know, obviously, like people listen to this stuff and they think, oh, you know, they're glorifying it. It's like, nah, it's like people are getting shot, people are ruining their lives over this stuff. You know what I mean? It's
exactly.
terrible.
Like
So, yeah,
who did I talk to? I think it was Unc. Like we were talking about what we just mentioned, like glorifying shit. Like Benny talks about the work he put in, but he also talks about it ain't fun hearing your brother got murdered when you're in jail and your mother crying on the phone to you when you're in jail. He gives you
exactly.
the bad sides to it on Tana Talk 3. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
So
exactly, and that's kind of what I
yeah,
get from this track, just in general. Like even
yeah,
like obviously the sample and the beat is so like melancholic. You know what I mean? It's pretty sad, and you
yeah,
know, even Raekwon, he opens it off. Actually, he says, you know, it started off on the island, everyone wild and old folks scream, "Stop the violence!" You know what I mean? He even mentioned
yeah,
that. So yeah, I mean, this is a great remix. Yeah, I mean it's really dope. It's maybe not like a super go-to, but you know, it's a perfect album. What can I
yeah.
say?
Oh yeah, brother. Next we get shark niggas. Parentheses biters. Rain Ghost talk about niggas biting slang and styles. Then they mentioned Biggie biting Nas album cover. This sparked the beef between Ray Ghost and Big. Man, I don't like biting ass niggas. I hate biters, bro. Can't stand a fucking biting ass nigga, like Ray said. Like Ghost said, I don't want no nigga sounding like me on no album, you know? That's true, bro. In the
Boom.
podcast game, you don't want that either. Biting ass, bitch ass nigga, bro. And I kind of know what they're saying. Like, okay, that's not really Biggie on the cover. It's a baby, but the baby got an afro just like Nas did in Illmatic, and I get what they're saying for sure. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I personally disagree. I don't think it's about, but that's just like, yeah. I think there's obviously a similarity there, but I don't
Yeah,
think
that's
it's
what I'm
about
saying. I
personally.
don't think it's
Yeah.
a full bite either. You know what I'm saying? But this is like coked out Ray, like 25-year-old Ray Ghost.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, it's great. Yeah.
Yeah, I love this skit. It's dope, man. I love it, man. I like when
Yeah.
RZA mentions it on the intro to second disc of the Wu-Tang Forever.
Yes, that's right.
We told your niggas on a fucking Cuban Linx album stop biting our shit. I love that shit. So
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, for sure. It's and also I love the fact that in the title of the song they put biters in brackets just in case you didn't like get
Yeah,
it.
biters.
Yeah. I mean it's dope, you know. It's just I love how they're talking and yeah, obviously I agree with what they're saying for sure. Yeah. Like originality is always gonna reign supreme, you know what I mean? It's even if you know, be true to yourself, you know, don't copy other people. No. It's
Exactly.
work.
Be yourself, bitch. All right. Now we go to my favorites. Ice Water featuring Ghostface Killer and Capadonna. These three are magical. They would prove that the year later with Iron Man, my nigga.
Mm-hmm.
And Ghost's debut. But yo, that shit in the
Yeah.
scratching backward nigga. I love when they say, "Check your brains out on my Al Capone, Al Pacino niggas." That shit's so fucking good. Ghostface just flexing on an insane fucking beat, and Ghost fucking kills this shit. Check out the what do you say? Check out the rap kingpin, the Black Jesus. I know a few niggas sniff coke and cause seizures. Piece of Half Moon Caesars and all the bitches in the bleachers. Hot weather sex on the beaches. I fucking love that shit. And the Capadonna fucking skates on here. You know, Capadonna pimps the derby like the mobster. I fucking love that line. And Raekwon ends it off great. He said, "Pull the bleach out. Try to throw it in my eyesight." I love that shit. And then Biggie on Kicking the Door said, "Fuck that. Watch out. Throw bleach in your eye." That's a diss to Ray, bro.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, that was clever. Big was fucking clever. And
Yeah, he was.
even this Primo was like, "I'm surprised you run with them because I got cum in them." So I'm like, J. Roo. You know?
Yes, that's right.
But yeah, Ice Water, my nigga, this that like 1975 mob shit, Italiano shit. I love Ice Water, nigga. Classic 5 mic song, bro. Ghost got my favorite verse. That nigga fucking left Earth on that shit.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree with you on that. Yeah, great song. Really like the beat on here. Like you said, that it's
yeah,
eerie. You know what I mean?
it is.
Definitely has like an eerie kind of quality to it, and the drums are just so hard as well. Like Riz is just, his drum programming like it's just so on point. For the entire album. But yeah, like great song. Yeah, that's obviously when I hear that part where Ghost says, "Peace to Half Moon Caesars and all the bitches in the bleachers," it makes me think of J Royale now.
Absolutely.
Half Moon Caesars off
Classic.
the first album. Yeah, amazing stuff right there too. Definitely check
Yeah.
out J Royale if you guys haven't for
Third
sure.
album coming out soon, nigga.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it's gonna be dope for sure.
Oh,
I mean the first two were anyway, so
I
like
know.
got that momentum going. But yeah, like
Got Havoc and G-Rap on this. I'm sorry, Ross. I'm sorry.
oh no worry.
Go ahead, brother.
Oh no, I just agreeing with you pretty much. I mean, like Ghostface, yeah, he had my favorite verse on here too. The God's tropical ladies call me black fruit punch. Rainbow flavored niggas murder niggas for lunch, like just
That's so
he
hard,
spends,
bro.
yeah. And then Capadonna, he did a thing on here too, sipping the Moet, laid up Ray Gambino, mastermind the plan, Tony Stark's cappuccino, like that's far. So just fly, you know what I mean, very fly from Capadonna. And I don't know, was this like Capadonna's kind of first like big appearance, would you say?
Yeah, it is because he was in jail the whole fucking time of Thirsty Chambers and all that.
Oh, gotcha. So yeah, this
Yeah,
would have been people's kind of introduction to him. I mean, that's a dope introduction, and of course you hear more from him later on the album. But
I love Cap
yeah,
so much.
yeah, dope. He's underrated for sure. And
Yeah.
The Pillage is going to be one of the albums we look at next year for sure.
Oh yeah, Ross. I told these niggas Wu month will returning in next year.
Yeah, so yeah, be on the lookout for that. So yeah, I mean, and then Raekwon, he ends it up lovely as well. Politicking plus Vicking, sick of Dominicans eating good, had to shoot all my way up to Bennigan's.
Yeah, the Bennigan's is like the spot niggas go for lunch in New York. Yeah,
Yes, yeah, that's like a nice, kind of yeah, just a really, really dope song. You know what I mean? Like you
yeah,
said, these three guys would go on to make magic on Iron Man. This is kind of like a prelude to that in a sense. You know what I mean? Just has that kind of obviously that kind of great mix of like gully, kind of grimy music along with that kind of fly kind of like drug lingo and stuff like that. It's just that all three guys did it fantastically on that song for sure. Ice Water.
Ice Water's so good, Ross.
It is.
Oh, then we get another fucking heater. Glaciers of Ice featuring Ghostface Killer and Master Killer. Man, Ghostface on the block, bragging about his dyed color Wallies. You know what I'm saying? I love that. You get cream. I'm gonna fuck niggas up this summer. You got blue and cream and all that. Love that little skit. But then this beat comes on, and it sounds like a fucking straight shootout between two Mexican cartels.
Yeah.
Straight up, like Ray sets it off dope. Master Killer kill shit as well. Ghostface comes on that track with mad energy. Yet again, such a banger of a song. I didn't quote no bars because I kind of fall back on some shit because we're not performing the fucking album here. You know, so I just give my thoughts. You know what
No,
I'm saying?
I couldn't. No.
Yeah. So Glaciers of Ice, bro. That fucking beat is crazy. You know what I'm saying? That
Oh
beat,
yeah,
like I
for
said, like
sure.
you can picture two fucking, niggas test out the work and when it comes off bad, they stop bucking at each other. That's what that reminds me of, yo. Incredible.
Yeah, I mean, I love the beat for this song too. It has like kind of like an eeriness to it as well. This is another one
Yeah.
where it's just kind of like, um, I don't know, it just kind of like has that kind of perfect amount of like kind of paranoia in the beat and stuff like that. Just like, yeah, I love it. Just kind of really sets the mood well. And yeah, I mean, Raekwon, he as starts it off lovely. The first few lines he got was "Stand on the block, Reebok, gun cocked, avalanche rock, get paid off, mass murderous services." That's
Oh,
what
fuck,
I mean.
man.
Just hella hard. Master Killer, he did a great job on here. He opens it up lovely as well with his lines, where he says, "Proceed with caution as you enter the symphony. Degrees of punishment increase intensely. Syndrome was caused by the deadly drums. By the battle was won by swords being swung." Like, whoa, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Master Killer, I know he's kind of like you, God. He's not many people's like favorite member, but like when
yeah,
he comes correct, he kills it.
he does,
Um,
bro.
he has one of my favorite verses of all time, of course, being on the Mystery of Chessbox, and that's like a six mic verse in my opinion.
Oh, I'm with you, brother. I'm
Yeah,
with you.
yeah, yeah, and yeah, his verse on here is in a similar vein to that. You know what I mean? It's like it's kind of like Master Killer. He kind of strikes from the shadows. You know what I mean? That's kind of how I view him.
That's dope about saying it. Like, Master Kill is that nigga that when you think everything's okay, he'll slit your fucking throat, my nigga.
Yeah,
Out of
yeah, he's
nowhere type
like
shit.
all the other members, like you see them, but like when you're too busy focusing on them, he's the one who will come up behind you and slit you through. you
Yeah,
know, he's the ninja of the group basically.
you're
He's
dead, nigga.
yeah, he's great on here. He has a fantastic verse in my opinion, and Ghostface, he did phenomenal stuff on here as well as always. And yeah, there was a music video for this song too. I haven't seen it in years, but I remember my older brother downloading it back in the day. And back in those days in 2000, 2001, downloading a video took like all day.
Yeah, that's wild, bro.
Yeah, so that's how like deep into the rabbit hole he was, because we were never going to see those music videos on TV, you know what I mean? So yeah, just yeah, I need to go back and watch that video. I haven't seen it in so long, but yeah, this was actually released as along with Criminology on that single too. Yeah, Glaciers of Ice, I just love it. You know what I mean? Like I said, the overall kind of vibe to the song, I can't even really describe it. It's just kind of that kind of eeriness
It's
to it.
so
It's
good,
so
brother.
it's kind of sinister too. And I love that part towards the end. It's been a long time. I
Been a
love that.
long time. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, nigga.
It's dope. It's yeah, another highlight on the album for me.
Yeah, man. Does your bro still listen to rap?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Show that nigga Conway, son.
Yeah. Well, do you know what he did recently? I'll tell you. He recently listened to every Nas album, like in a row.
Oh
He
shit.
recently did that.
I was on my couch the other week and I did all the Nas albums. I
So
ranked
there
them
you go.
all.
He did that
Yeah,
recently too.
that's dope.
Yeah. So
You hear
yeah.
that KD3 yet, Rose?
No, I heard a couple of tracks of it, but I haven't heard the whole thing. But obviously,
Oh,
what I heard was dope. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that's just crazy, bro. Speaking of Nas, nigga, what a great transition.
Perfect. Did not plan this. No.
I know we did it. One of my favorite songs on the whole album again. It's gonna be hard doing the top three on here. Woo. Verbal Intercourse featuring Ghostface Killer and Nas. Oh my god. Nas spits one of the greatest verses of all time. I truly mean that. It's incredible. I
Mhm.
like when he said it's like a cycle. Niggas come home, some will go in. Do a bullet come back and do the same shit again. He's talking about like the harsh realities of the life of niggas in the streets, basically. You know what I'm saying? In and out of jail and shit. Then Race Lies on the beat. Great. But Ghost has my favorite verse. Just dope jail talk. The whole shit damn near. I like when he says, Flashbacks of the day room, mop ringing style. Your faggot ass got bashed. They ain't trying to dive. You told your blue you was wildin'. Once you heard the woo out of the blue, your feelings from Shaolin. I love that shit, you know. Then he gets into the whole shit of shopping toothbrushes, 190 mix of baby oil and shit. Man's in the back, man's in the kitchen stashing ice picks. Well, I'm gonna end this with a big red cherry on the top. Me, Nas, and Ray got the best product on the block. I love that shit. Just superb shit. Ghost killed that shit. Nas set it off. Lovely. Ray killed it, but Ghost got my favorite verse. You know? Once he hit Wu out of the blue, your family from Shaolin. I love that shit. Fucking fantastic. The beat, too. Phenomenal. That little fucking like vocal sample in the back.
That's what I was gonna say. I don't even know what she's saying, to be honest.
I don't know either, bro.
But it's so dope. Yeah, I really like it. Yeah. The beat's fire, for sure. It's a bit different for the album too. It's not it's not as like dark as some of the other beats, you know what I mean? It's just I love it. Really kind of there's a lush quality to it. It's really fun to listen to. And I mean, Nas does an amazing job. I love, at the very end of the verse after the lines you quoted where he says, from the womb to the tomb, presume the unpredictable, gun salute life rapidly. That's the ritual. Whew, amazing.
Fucking God.
I mean, absolutely. I mean, this is like Illmatic era Nas.
Yes, it is.
This is nasty Nas right here.
Nasty Nas.
Yeah, phenomenal stuff on here. And I believe this is, this is the first time we've had like a Wu-Tang song with like an outside sort of guest appearance, you know what I mean? And I mean, what a way to kick it off, getting Nas on your album. I mean, that's amazing. And I mean, Raekwon, dope verse from him again. And, sirens circling and fiends are lurking in your baggage. Oh, one's gone now. What? Smack him in his cabbage.
Smack him in his cabbage, yeah.
I like that. And then, Ghostface, he mentions Pac on here, he says, thousands of cracks bagged up in the shoebox. Don't keep Jack in my lab. Don't want to see Tupac, you know what I mean? Yeah. Because obviously this is around the time when he was in jail and stuff. And
he was.
Yeah, I mean, great song. I mean, that's like you said as well, just that beat. So it's like hypnotizing. It has like a hypnotizing quality to, with that female voice sample. Don't know what she's saying, but it sounds dope. And I mean, RZA was always like, in my opinion, as far as like incorporating vocals into a beat, and like him doing all that high pitch stuff, which Kanye totally bit. Like that, RZA was the best at that, in my opinion, beat wise.
Flipping samples as well, like all that crazy shit that nigga did, man. Come on.
Absolutely. So, I mean, verbal intercourse. I mean, it's brilliant. What can I say?
It's so good. It's so fucking good. Then we get a break, like kind of slowed down. We get Wisdom Body.
Mm-hmm.
Ghostface Killer solo track. He gave Ray Faster Blade a year later on, which is
tremendous. That's right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So dope skit from the Mac. The movie The Mac with the character Pretty Tony talking shit, I love that shit. Ghost talking that player pimp shit on here, just fly shit, not much about it. It's talking about the bitches, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't quote no balls or nothing. It's just dope track, Wisdom Body.
Yeah, I mean it's a pretty short one too. It's like 2.5 minutes, and that's including like the intro and stuff. So yeah, pretty short, track. But yeah, I like it a lot. That beat as well, just that piano, like that bloom. Dum, 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 balloon. Amazing stuff again from RZA. It's phenomenal.
Hell
yeah. I mean, not much else to say. I agree with you on that one. I like that they give Ghost just his own little song on the album. It's dope, it's a nice little touch for sure. And I mean, I like when Ghost does like kind of talking about the ladies, like he does it well. You know what I mean?
He does it so fucking good.
Exactly. He doesn't do it like cringe like the way some other people do. It's like, nah, it's fly when he does it. It's entertaining when he does it for sure.
My favorite Ghostface Killer song is about a bitch. Wildflower. That's my shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's dissing the fuck out of him on that, which I love. It's just a great song.
Yeah.
Next, we get a sleeper. I love this track right here. Spot rushes. You get a skit with Ghost and Ray, talking about the Wu, and then the St. Ides commercial playing in the background. So I love that shit from the Wu-Tang St. Ides commercial.
Yes,
Then
which is fire.
yeah, it's fucking crack. And then we get Raekwon telling a dope mafioso story about him, robbing a nigga out of town nigga and plotting on him and shit. It's just fantastic. Love this joint. Sleeper of the album, I call it. No one really talks about spell rushes.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. You got like a Ghost solo with a Wisdom Body. I think you followed up with a Ray solo on this song, and yeah, I mean, he does his thing on here for sure. Love the kind of beats, kind of like slightly more kind of up tempo. You know what I mean? Just kind of he writes that perfectly. Yeah, it's a great song. Yeah, don't know what else to say about it, but he just kills it again. Like his sort of ability to paint words or paint pictures with his words is just phenomenal. You know what I mean? And yeah, I mean, he just kills that shit for sure.
Oh yeah, there's a storytelling aspect of it is insane. Let me get a sip of this fucking drink real quick.
No worries. Yeah, I mean, that's like another one where it's just like one verse, but like he did his thing on that for sure.
I love that shit, bro. Next, we get a big hit. Ice Cream.
The ice cream man is coming.
This never gets old for me. Featuring Ghostface Killer, Capadonna, and Method Man. An amazing ode to all nationalities of women. Crazy to think Ray wasn't a big fan of this shit. Remember reading that?
It's nice.
Yeah, it's crazy to think. I love this shit. Method Man just shows so much character on the chorus. It's incredible. I love when Capadonna said, "I love you like I love my dick size." There's just, blatant. I love it. An iconic song that was played like crazy. Yo, the summer of '95, they played this a lot. Immaculate song. Ghost kills it. Your name is Erica, right? All that shit. It's a fantastic song. What can I say? Ice Cream, flawless.
Yeah, I mean, I love Ghostface first. He has my favorite. I like how he says, caramel complexion, breath smelling like cinnamon. It's like that's so clever. You know what I mean? He's like mixing it, with like things that you would use in like ice cream and stuff. Like that's so clever. I think it's pretty dope, or pretty funny when he goes, I'm high power, put the Dina Howard to sleep, pardon, bitch, been on my mind all week, I like that. He's kind of breaking the fourth wall a little bit, but just said, I'm sorry, I just slipped that in there. That's dope. And then, Raekwon, he did this thing too. Who's that queen bee chick, eyes pearly black, fire, iconic right there. And then like you said, Capadonna, just no messing around with his verse, just like, I like your tatas and thighs, I want your bodily surprise, you know what I mean? He no innuendos with him, he just keeps it raw. But great song. I love the beat too. It's so like has that like nostalgic feel. Even if you weren't there at the time, it's like it just brings you back to like a different time period. And Method Man in the chorus too is just amazing,
like the titty sucked ice cream.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
I love at the end of the Ghostface verse where he says, so what you want to do, let's go ahead and walk these dogs and represent Wu. Yeah, I mean, amazing. It's one of those songs I don't get tired of it.
Neither do I. It's fucking flawless, brother. Another ultimate favorite of mine coming up right now, man. Wu Gambinos featuring Ghostface Killer, Method Man, RZA, and Master Killer. One of the greatest Wu-Tang joints of all time. Like another thing they started was like the nicknames, all the mafioso nicknames, Lex Don,
Bobby
Steels, Noodles, Master Killer. Incredible, bro. I love this song so much. Method Man sets it off. Lovely, bro. Scriptures hit the body like sawed off shoddy. Like my hair naughty and my nose piece snotty. Like Meth caught a body on that shit. Ray RZA and Master Killer annihilate shit as well. Ghost ends it off lovely. Like Wu Gambino's is perfection, bro. What can I say? That beat too. Oh man, incredible song. Wu Gambino's is flawless. Love it.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, a fantastic posse cut. This is, a straight up Wu-Tang track to me. Classic
Yep.
right here. Yeah, Method Man. He came in brilliantly at the start. He killed that shit. I love when he says, around this time period where he goes, "For real." I love that. It's so dope.
Real. The little, like the sniffling shit he does and all that.
Yes, yeah. He's phenomenal. Absolutely.
I know.
Yeah, he ends it off lovely too. I'll bless my style, criminology pays. The last times and days, Johnny fucking Blaze. Oh, amazing. And then, Raekwon, he comes in great, too, we will grow like Yayo, Lalo, plus cooling in Barbados, still on that kind of drug talk, fly kind of tip. He kills it on there. RZA, love his verse, you know what I mean? His delivery, of course, like I'm a huge RZA fan, just how he kind of comes in and starts spitting, I'm reclining in the sky on a cloud with silver linings, double-breasted, bulletproof vested, well-protected, the heart, the rib cage, the chest, and the solar plexus, you know what I mean? Just how he spits that is so dope. And even he even name drops the Resurrector, he says the Resurrector came to pay your ass a visit, you know what I mean? That's dope. And Master Kill again, his second appearance on the album, again, he comes in correct too. I mean, again, he has those kind of like clever, but at the same time, like violent bars, you know what I mean? Like, what was it? He says, y'all can't stand my hate. It's unbearable. My wisdom fucks up your respiratorial, like that's dope, and, entered the entity, my vicinity is 360 degrees of humidity. Like he's just, he was a problem on that track too. Yeah, for sure. And then Ghostface, he ends it off, amazing stuff, the laser beam vocalist does well at symphonies, bad days, watch me snatch ice right out of Tiffany's, fire stuff, you know what I mean? So yeah, I agree with you, like a brilliant posse cut, all of them do their thing on there. And RZA's beat, again, just the drums, the bass, the sort of hard hitting this, this is definitely, punch someone in the face music right here. So I mean, what can I say? Wu Gambino's classic track, isn't it?
So classic. You broke that down lovely, my nigga. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Thank you.
Just crazy good, bro. That's my joint right there. Then to me, this is how that album should have closed out.
I agree. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Heaven and Hell. Off the Fresh soundtrack first. So was like I Got Your Back from GZA. Was on there too on the Fresh soundtrack.
Yeah, that's right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love Fresh. That movie's crazy. When Capital Punishment when like bam Spider-Man go down the intro.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
That's from Fresh. Yeah, Fresh is a immaculate movie. You would love it. It's straight hood classic shit. So Heaven and Hell, man, ultimate classic. Like I said, first appeared on the Fresh soundtrack in '94. This is like again, I said this earlier, like a memoir for drug dealers. The way Rand Ghost talk about that life on here is phenomenal. The chorus is incredible. I love that shit. What do you believe in? Heaven or hell? You don't believe in heaven because we're living in hell. I love
so it's
that
your life.
Shit. Yeah. It's like down. Dog, this shit is amazing. Towards the end, Rand Ghost talking about, the loved ones they lost. Incredible song. I love this shit. The video's dope as fuck too. Perfect, man. It's perfect.
Yeah, I just love their chemistry on this song. Amazing them kind of going back and forth. I love the part where they say, what is it? Diamonds, what, all up in his face with the man's mace, medallions the size of dinner plates. I like that. It's just
fly shit.
Definitely. I just love the overall kind of vibe to this song. It's like beautiful in a strange way, but it's like in a very melancholic kind of dark kind of way. Yeah, I love this song. I agree with you. I would prefer if it was the final track on the album, and it kind of is in a way, because the final track on the CD is like a bonus track, so it kind of Heaven
Yeah.
and Hell kind of is the final track. But yeah, I mean, it's one of those songs. It's perfect. It really is. It just has that like classic hip hop feel that just can't be replicated. You know what I mean? No disrespect to anyone doing their thing out there now, but like this is just one of a kind, classic 94, 95 shit right here. Amazing song. Just masters. What can I say?
Oh, it's a masterful track, bro.
Great singing on there too. Blue
Yeah,
Raspberry.
well,
Yeah.
Raspberry again appears. Yeah, appears on there. Incredible song, bro. I love that shit. So fucking good.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Then we get the closer to the CD version. We get North Star, Jules, Papa Wu talking up a fucking storm like always. R.I.P. Just spitting that 5% knowledge. Raekwon has a little verse, a dope verse, decent length. Definitely my least favorite song on the album. That was the only when I said I got one nitpick. It's that. That's it. I would prefer
Yeah.
it to end on Heaven and Hell for sure, bro.
Yeah. I actually still like the track though. I think it's like pretty good. Like the production and everything is still like
I
fire.
like the beat.
For sure. For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like
Not
I think it's
terrible.
just I think it's just because of all the talk. And if it had more rapping on it, I think it would be a dope song for
Oh
sure.
yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I definitely get what you're saying. Heaven and Hell is like the perfect closer. You know what I mean? It just ends the album on a perfect note. This is a good closer too, in a different way. It definitely has like a slightly kind of more optimistic kind of feel. You know what I mean? Way they kind of end off the album. That's just kind of how I feel. Just the overall kind of vibe of the song and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, when you listen to this track, it's like, yep, you're at the finish line. Like it's kind of like the end of the journey, kind of like what I said. When starting off with, the first track, Striving for Perfection. It's just kind of like the album definitely takes you on a journey, and by the time you hear North Star Jules, it's like, yep, this is the end point. So I kind of like it in that sense. But yeah, the song on its own, it wouldn't be a go to, but I do kind of like it at the end. So I'm kind of conflicted. It's not a bad track, but like I could live without it. Yeah, that's kind of how I would put it, I suppose. But yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah. There you have it, man. Raekwon, guest on Ghostface Killer, only book for Cuban Linx, released in 1995. Like we do every episode of Speak Ya Clout Podcast, we give our top 3 tracks and a mic rating. For me, it's a 5 mic album, no brainer, right? Come on, it's Cuban Linx.
Yeah, I don't think you were going to give it a 3.
Right? Top 3, I got Incarcerated Scarfaces, Ice Water, and Guillotine Swords, I would say. Yeah, because that fucking OK Corral type beat, they just shoot out shit. Yeah, man, that's my top 3. I love the title of his album, Only But for Cuban Linx. I mean, like the Cuban Linx chain is hard to fucking break. So Ray said that's why you want to call it, Only Built for Cuban Linx. Like real niggas, only built for real niggas that can't break. You know what I'm saying? I love that shit.
I like
And
that it has the ellipsis at the end as well, the sort of 3 dots.
yeah,
It's fine.
and then the purple tape. He sold it purple because that's like niggas did on the block. A lot of niggas that sell crack, it's usually red tops. Trust me, when I walk around Maple Garden, that's what I see on the ground. You know what I'm saying? The vials, like the little red tops. Some niggas have purple tops, So our niggas got regular tapes, regular gray tape. His shit purple. That's fire, bro. Like the whole drug game he brought to hip hop. And Raise a God. Shout out to Ghostface, This what made when I was a little kid, when I was fucking 10 years old, Method Man was my favorite member of Wu-Tang Clan. But when this album came out, it was fucking Ghost and Ray. They were my favorite members. Until this day, they're my favorite members. It's Ghost and Ray. Ghost number 1, Ray 2. So yeah, incredible album. My favorite album of all time. This is the GOAT rap album to me. And I worship it to death. So there you have it, man. After the show, maybe I'll show a little collection I got. We get off here.
Yeah, sure. I mean,
Yeah.
I can't argue with that. I mean, it's the perfect album, really.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got the perfect mix of like production, like some of RZA's best beats are on this album. Just dark, eerie. Some of the songs are kind of head nodders. Some of them are more kind of eerie and kind of atmospheric. You know what I mean? Got a great mixture of stuff on there. And then, of course, you got pretty much the entire Wu on there, almost. I don't think there's no Old Dirty, but I think that's it, isn't it? Everyone else, I think, is on there. I mean, it's phenomenal album for sure. Raekwon, it's just like you said, he kind of he definitely how would I say this? Kind of like took obviously like drugs and stuff like that were mentioned in hip hop, but he took it to another level. You know what I mean? And he, like he said, he very influential album. You know what I mean? You can feel and see the impact that this album had on like a Jay-Z, like a Nas. It's big. It's plain to see, really. And I mean, the album is phenomenal. You got Nas on there, of course. I mean, amazing. It's just everything that, like the skits. Sometimes like a lot of albums, even albums that I love, the skits get boring after a while. I like the skits on this.
Bro.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's just one of those albums. You don't get tired of it. The singles are amazing. The title, like the deep cuts, are amazing. Like it's an album. Like I said earlier, it's 73 minutes long, but it's an easy listen. You know what I mean?
Real easy listen.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, 5 mics for me. I mean, can't give it any less than that, in my opinion. So top 3 tracks. This is really, really hard, and it could change. But at the moment, I'm feeling Criminology, Guillotine Swords, and I'm probably going to go with Knowledge God, number 3. But it could change. You know what I mean? It's a phenomenal album.
Yeah. Great shit, brother. Let me put a hat on. I got one of them fucked up hair days. All right, back.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I was going to show some shit off. Yeah, bro, this shit is amazing. Knowledge God it's like that's number 4 for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I love it so much. I'd have picked 5 to be number 4. But yeah, man. Yeah. I'm on a mission. Like, people are fucking ridiculous online. If I ever get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. But this is the CD. I'm on a mission to get that purple spine.
Oh, right, okay.
With the Raekwon like autograph logo right there. But this is just the regular like re-release from like 98. This is when I got this CD, was in 98. And this is like the first album to have the Wu Wear shit.
Yes.
Classic shit, bro. I love that album. That's the standard CD. Want to get that OG so bad. It's better. It got the purple spine. It got that Raekwon on the actual disc. And then here's the vinyl of this fucking masterpiece. The Get On Down pressing. It's a gatefold as well. So you get like breaking downs of the tracks and shit like that.
That's dope.
Yeah, and it's purple. It's kind of hard to see from the camera, but it looks black, but it's really purple. They just came out with like, they pressed this again, I think, on Get On Down. They did the cassette as well, but it's sold out. Like, it's like real fast. You know how these niggas is.
Yeah.
A lot of these bitch ass niggas don't even buy it for themselves. They buy it just to resell on eBay for like half the fucking price, so they make like more profit off it, which is some fuckboy shit. But yeah, there's a Cuban Linx vinyl. I highly enjoyed this, bro.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'll handle this later. This fucking plastic can suck my dick. But now we got the 12-inch of ice cream with it's the OG from the 90s too, bro. With a Cosby Scarface is on the B side, bro. Yeah, amazing. There you have it, bro. The OG Purple Tapes got the Shaolin autograph on the A side. I don't remember that shit, but that's dope as fuck. Yeah, there you have it, man. Cuban Linx, little small collection right there. One day I want to get that tape. That will never happen, you know. But yeah, man. Cuban Linx, aka the Purple Tape, and No one's gonna really talk. So wanna end this shit now, brother? Or...
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah. All right, y'all. See y'all niggas next week, man. Another Wu album coming your way. Peace, y'all.
Nice.
Thanks.
Have a
Thanks,
good one.
chat.